being here right before the holidays. What a great crowd. I wish everyone Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, Happy New Year, that kind of thing. But, proud of our guys. Knew this was going to be a tough game. Penn is the 10th best three-point shooting team in the country. He's a great coach. He's always been one of the best. And we needed every possession. Proud, bounce-back game. Proud of him, like really bounce-back game. And the job that Bryce doesn't get a lot of credit. 5 blocks, 9 rebounds, played great. We needed everybody, every possession. They only got, 5 threes, which is they average 8 to 9 a game. They've scored 12 in a game. So that ended up being the key to this. But we got to continue to get better. That's what we got to do, and got to continue to fight.
Questions, Jerry. Steve, a lot of players who come out of a starting lineup don't show that kind of response. What do you think of the way Reek responded to the past week?
What a response from the other day. Proud of him. We challenged him. He had a good few days of practice too. I think these guys wanted to be 1-0. That's all we talked about. And getting back to winning here at home, and didn't turn the ball over. He and J. Mike, I think he had 1, and I think J. Mike had 0. So they both really bounced back and played good basketball, and we need them to. Yeah, we need them to.
Steve, that's 2 straight home games. You play a low-major team, and the first one you lost, and today you're in a real dogfight. Just how do you explain that, and are you concerned going into Big Ten play?
No, you always ask the concern question. I think as a coach, you're always concerned. Every game counts the same. You got to win by 1. Penn is the 10th best three-point shooting team in the country. Playing an Ivy League team, they will Harvard and Yale, them be one of the winners of, man, they could play anybody. They got veterans, they got seniors, they got a Duke guy, So I'm proud of our guys. We bounced back, and we won the basketball game tonight. And, we're going to enjoy this. But I appreciate you. Appreciate you asking. Am I concerned? Yeah. You're always concerned, and I'm concerned about the next game. Then we got Ohio State after that. Then we got a ranked, so you're always concerned. But if these guys fight like that for the whole game, we'll continue to get better. That's my number one thing right now. Just get better. Just get better, and we got better today. Took a big step.
Matt.
Could you just speak more on Bryce Dortch's game? Obviously a big game for him.
Just, tremendous. His energy, he was our leading rebounder yesterday in practice, and then he turned around today and is our leading rebounder. He was our leading rebounder the other day in practice. So I always tell these guys what they do in practice, they'll do in games. And, he blocks shots. We're able to, he's able to guard different guys on the floor. I just felt really good, about him. And we get another ball handler, too, in the game. But I love the 5 block shots. He altered some more, too. So need him to continue. He's taken big steps from last year. And, we needed every rebound. We needed every block. We needed, obviously, him to be good tonight, and he was.
Ran as long as you have. What did you see on film from this team that he has, and what do you think? How good of a job do you think he's doing with this team?
Coach McCaffrey? Oh, he's going to do a great job with any team. He's a really, really good coach. They have some really good senior players that have played a lot. They played the Villanovas in their career. They played all the good teams. That's a really good basketball team. I think in the Ivy League they'll be right there challenging for the title, and he does a great job. So he'll have them prepared and ready. They can really shoot the ball. He always likes to get threes up if they're making threes. That was our number one thing today, not allowing them. It's hard to do. Our ball pressure was really good. We took them out of stuff. Our press is getting better. So, we made some, moves even though the ball wasn't going in. And we're a good three-point shooting team, too. Tonight the ball wasn't going in from three-point land, so we figured out a way to win. But he's, that's a good basketball team. He'll be right there for the Ivy League title.
Jerry. Steve, what happened with the rebounding? 20-5 in second chance points.
We started off, 0-7 right off the bat, and they scored 11 points, in the first half on second shots. So when they take a lot of threes, it's long rebounds, it's hard bounces, and we're working on that. We took care of the turnover problem from the other day. We got to get that rebounding thing down. I think we were unlucky on a few. I think a few bounced through our hands that we could have got, but I thought we did a much better job, in the second half, and kind of, getting a little closer in that. But they're a good rebounding team, too.
Follow up on that. What went into the decision to pull Emmanuel and ride Bryce down the stretch?
I mean,
he gave it up some size there.
He did a great job. Yeah, I mean, he was playing great. I've done a lot of that this year. You know, when guys are, I feel good about guys and they're rolling like him, and also the way they play. You know, I mean, he can get out and guard guys. They don't have, you know, 7'7" guy. You know, they're a little bit of a different team with their 5 spot, but we're going with the guys that are playing well. And Reek played a ton tonight, and you know we needed every minute. He was good, so we're going with guys that you know we feel good about in the game, and sometimes it's matchup related too. Yeah.
You mentioned the pressure, 11 turnovers forced in the second half. It seemed like Penn almost wasn't ready for it at times, including those 2 inbounds passes. What were you guys able to do with your pressure that was able to kind of rattle Penn at times?
I mean, we're spending more time, you know, on it, and I think our guys are getting a little more comfortable in it, and we can move guys around. When we had June in the game, you know, Darren, and we had DG, they all can play the top. We put Bryce up top too. Their mobility, you know, helps us. We're playing Lino a little bit more. He gives us some more ultra speed, you know. So, you know, we got to continue to evolve our full court, you know, pressure. You know, helped us obviously today, and I think we wore them down too a little bit. They were tired, so I think that helped us.
Steve, to get back in the win column with a game like this, a culture win where this team was in the fight for a full 40 and coming out on top, how much of a foundation do you think that can provide heading into the new year and back in the conference?
Yeah, I mean, it's you know, we've come off the toughest stretch we've ever played since I've been here. So we've played iron, you know, and iron on the road, iron and neutral sites. So we played a lot of really, really good teams. And, you know, again, we scheduled Penn because we thought they'd have a chance to win the Ivy League too. So we wanted to put, you know, play a team like that. So, you know, I think, you know, just really important coming off the stretch that we had, you know, to show these guys. And they've been working hard. So they got rewarded for it today. Our locker room was awesome. You know, it was a great way to send them off for Christmas. And we got to get back to work as soon as we can and continue to improve and continue to get better. But I love 40 minutes. Like, it wasn't going our way, and we figured out a way to win.
Two quick ones on Dylan. Took him a little while to get going until the second half. Just what's missing for him? Why is he struggling as of late?
Yeah, I mean, he's, you know, he just struggled in the first half. And, it's, you know, his games depend on rebounding. So he had no rebounds in the first half. He's got to do a better job. I mean, he's a sophomore. He's young. He didn't play in the first 10 games last year, you know, so he's going to have nights like that. But the good part is he was rebounding. He was ready to play. And, you know, that's what a good team, you know, hopefully we can keep evolving into a good team and someone has someone's back on every night. And, you know, he'll keep working. But he's now the number 1 guy on the scouting reports, too. So life's changed a little bit. Last year he wasn't number 1 on any scouting report. Other guys were, and now he's number 1. So you're getting the best defender. You're getting, you know, some different things, too. So you always have to take that into account, you know.
When Tariq's shot goes in the last second.
Well, I mean, I just loved how down the stretch we executed. Even when Haroon, we had no timeouts. We used the one on the challenge, and we were lucky to save, you know, get that one back. But we executed there too. I think, you know, the guy got his hand in there. I told Haroon late games they're not probably going to call that, but that might have been one too. But we executed, then they executed down the stretch, and he was calm as could be, and he was having one of those nights too. So I'm glad he got the last one up. You know.
Say you were relieved when the shot went in?
I mean, you know, I've coached a lot of basketball games, and, you know, like you got to play till the end. You know, I tell these guys all the time, and one coach is going to be miserable and one's going to be happy. Every time you take the court, that's what it kind of looks like. So happy to be happy, and looking forward to keeping the streak going. Jerry wants.
Oh, wait to go last. Go ahead.
Yeah, you guys shot 3 of 20 from 3, but did you guys like the process of those threes?
I liked it. I thought we got some really good looks. Yeah, I thought against their zones, and Mike missed a couple that he'd make. Haroon, you know, to start the second half, got as good a look as he'll get in his career. And he's been good. He's been making threes, and we got a lot of guys actually that can make threes. Obviously, Reek can make threes too, and you know, Dennis will make them too. So we're a better three-point shooting team than that, but we were rushing them at times, I think, and then there was some shot clock stuff at the end where we, you know, had to take some tough ones. But, you know, we'll be able to shoot threes, but it's nice to win a game when, you know, we didn't.
After the game, it looked like you went over and talked to some fans. Steve, what did you say to them, and what do you want to say to the fans who showed up here?
The place was awesome. You know, I always, and I haven't done it this year, but the band, the cheerleaders, the dance team, they're awesome. And we had a great crowd. We really did, and I'm very thankful. I always am. I think they make this place a tough place to play. We do have a tremendous home court, winning percentage over the last, 10 years. But they make it that way. So it was great to have them all there. It was a late night game. They could be a lot of places. I know I certainly haven't done any Christmas shopping, so they could have been Christmas shopping. But they came and they supported, and I really appreciate that. So.
Say to those fans in particular? I'm just curious.
No, I mean, just happy holidays. I just really thanked them for coming. They were great, and I do appreciate it, but I always have. So it's nothing that I realize they can go a lot of places and do a lot of things. They come, they keep rooting these guys on, and we needed them tonight too. They were loud, and it was a great environment. It really was. When we got that thing going, it was good. Yeah. Thanks so much, and happy holidays to you guys. Merry Christmas.